he found out about possible land across the Atlantic. And he took 2,000 ships into the ocean. He never returned. Europe, which was in its dark ages, and since the fall of the Roman Empire, we're living in a state of confusion. Mali, by 1350, the distance, the cities in Mali, it covered about 478,819 square miles. So this is a huge territory. And within Mali, ruled by Mansa Musa, were 400 cities. Now think about this. These are 400 cities, a huge territory. The richest man who ever lived, Muslim. Okay, and most Muslims who come from the eastern side of Islam, they've never heard of this person before. You see how knowledge is blanked out of our minds, right? So that this is a big trick that's been played upon us in order to give us an inferiority complex. Okay, and to give a superiority complex to Europe, which was in its dark ages, and since the fall of the Roman Empire, we're living in a state of confusion. So Mansa Musa, whose name was actually Kenken Musa Kita, so that is his whole name, and he was the deputy, he was the vice ruler underneath Abu Bakr Kita. And Abu Bakr Kita was also very famous, Mansa Abu Bakr, as they use Mansa like emperor. And he will come in our next lecture when we move with the Malians west. And he actually, according to our sources, he found out about possible land across the Atlantic. And he took 2,000 ships into the ocean. He never returned. Okay, and we will be searching the life or the travels of the Mandinka, or the Mande people, who went west. So we're going to take Islam a little bit further west next week, inshallah. So Mansa Musa was a very pious person. He's described in our sources as being a very pious person. He could read and write Arabic, right? He could speak Arabic. And it's shocking for students who study in Egypt and in Arabia and other places. And I studied in Medina. And it's shocking for the students when West African people come, up until today. Their Arabic is really good. Their Arabic is impeccable. And many of them never even left West Africa. So there was a powerful tradition of scholarship. And in the area, you see on your map called Mauritania. In West Africa, the Shanakata people. And they have some Hassani Arabs that are there. And they are considered to be some of the greatest scholars right now, up until now, in the whole of the Muslim world.